Cool, cool, cool. Hey, everybody. Dr. Paul here with Dr. Nick. He's been part of our tribe for a hot minute and just wanted to share his experience and crushing it in practice, crushing it in life. Three years in, right, Doc, to
Yeah,
practice?
three
Yeah,
years.
yeah. 3 years in, getting ready to have his third baby. Um,
Lucky threes, man.
lots going on. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. So again, thanks for making the time to connect
yeah.
today. And again, really no agenda other than you just like you said, maybe sharing your heart and helping other docs kind of see where we're at and how we're supporting people. So,
Yeah. So I just want to say thank you first of all to you, because honestly, you've been a crucial pillar in the last. I think we've been together for like a year now, maybe
yeah, right about there. Yeah,
right
yeah,
around there. Um, with me, I think the biggest thing that I was looking for is a sense of guidance and bringing me back to reality when I fall off. Right.
yeah,
Um, I know one of the things you always talk about is like, hey, if you things that get written down get done, right? Um, and just because you don't do something in a specific time where you think you should get it done doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
yeah.
Right.
Amen.
I was like that when we talk about even I'll give a quick example of like going to the gym, right? I was like going to the gym in the morning. Sometimes I just can't wake up in the morning, or sometimes with the kids in the morning. If I don't go, it doesn't get done. Well, that completely started to change, right? And I have been slacking for the past couple of weeks, but that's with the family, with the kids. It's not an
Yep.
excuse, but it happens. But I think the gratitude there for putting yourself first and knowing that your personal life, whether it's your work or whether it's your team, your family, whatever the case may be, they will not, they deserve to see the best of you, right? They deserve that, right? And if you're not putting in the work on yourself, they don't get that. And then they have to sacrifice, right? So if you got kids, if you got a team, if you got a wife, right, you got to learn to put yourself first. And I was struggled with that a lot. I really did. I struggled with that a lot. I continue to struggle with it, but I'm growing. Um, I think the hardest part is, and you can probably talk a lot about this, right? As a young entrepreneur, when you first started, balancing the home work life balance.
Yep.
Um, it's easier said than done. You go home and you see your wife, and the first thing she says is, "Hey, how's work?" And then you just get on a tangent about work for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, right? And
Yeah.
and then you put the kids aside, but that's what we're trying to focus. You got to focus on yourself. I think Paul's I think you really helped me with that. The weekly calls that we do, man, I try to make I try it's 9 p.m. my time, so I try to
Yep.
get my kids to
You're doing
bed.
great. You're doing a great job showing up, especially with littles.
Yeah,
Great job.
so those are so awesome, man, because just kind of like we don't get to be around like-minded individuals a lot, right? With work and life and everything. You sometimes you have to make a sacrifice to make a conference and this and that, but to have that poured in on a weekly basis and to know that, if you're struggling, that hey, there's other people that are struggling with you. If you're celebrating, there's other people that are celebrating with you, right? That's the best part about kind of the tribe and kind of what we're doing. I feel really honored to be in that group.
Thank you. Thanks.
I honestly do. The guys in that group and the gals in that group are just amazing. When I have a win, they celebrate. When
Yeah.
they have a win, we all celebrate together, which is really awesome. So thank you for that.
No, thank you, man. And again, thank you, to your point for showing up because I know it's hard and you got other commitments but you've committed to yourself. And so, and that's reflecting in your practice growth, right? You're doing the work personally. That's trickling over to training and pouring into your team and you're having some of the biggest months that you've had, year to date, or maybe career to date. We just celebrated last night with you. And so again, hats off to you for showing up, doing the work, and putting the time in. And that's really there's no secret sauce to success other than accountability to show up and keep on keeping on. So
Yeah, I would say accountability is the number one thing, but then you got to hold yourself accountable, not just show up, then you got to do the work on the back end, right? And that's the hardest part is finding that time when you have a wife and you have kids, when
yeah,
you have a business that's growing and you have a team that's growing, like you got to find that time, whether it's 20 minutes to get one task done. And that's what I really struggled with. And that's what you made me realize. It's like, hey, that 20 minutes you knocked out a task, check that off, right? It doesn't have to be A to Z, right? In the whole session, right? And that's hard. That's hard to realize sometimes because you want to knock out, you want to check off so many boxes. But no, it's been great. We're growing as an office. We're implementing the systems, the procedures. I know one of the big things that we talked about back a couple months back was our wellness and how people were dropping off and us adding just a touch point. It wasn't even a re-exam. It was just a doc touch point. It was like, hey, what's up? How are you? How's life? What's going on? And that skyrocketed our wellness clientele. We're over 200.
Yeah, which is amazing. So virtual high fives
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
That's you're definitely
200,
not lying.
200 people on wellness on a weekly basis. So it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's awesome, brother. So again, thank you, man, for being part of the tribe. Thanks for showing up, contributing, and bringing your heart and your spirit. I love it.
Appreciate you,
Appreciate
man.
it.
I
So yeah,
appreciate you. Thank you so
yeah,
much. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you.
brother. Appreciate you.
Yep.
All right, let me stop.